Hey guys, here we have another Lasko 3733 box fan. However, this is not just a regular 3733 box fan. This one has a trick up its sleeve. I have finally put the 1.1 amp PSC motor inside of the 3733 box fan. And I've tested it out, and this thing spins astronomically fast. The RPMs this thing can achieve is wild. I don't know how it's going to stand up with those 2 feet, because those feet just don't seem to work really. So it's probably going to just bolt backwards numerous times. I've never put this motor inside of this chassis before. So it's going to be quite interesting to see if it shakes a lot or whatever. But it's insanely loud. So we're going to test it up real quick. I'm kind of nervous to test it. It's so loud. Here we go. It's standing up. It's surprisingly standing up. Even on medium, it's outperforming what the other motor was doing on high. And here's low speed, the only tolerable speed. That's crazy. That's insanely powerful. Yeah, that's definitely a lot of fan right there. That's wild. On medium, yes, on medium, this thing right now is outperforming what it used to do on high. That's crazy. This thing is really overpowered. I mean, if this wasn't a sleep fan before, it's definitely not a fan you can sleep with now. I mean, low speed is the only tolerable speed. And surprisingly, it didn't fall over. Those feet actually are doing their job finally. Because I know in the last video, it almost fell over with the other motor in it. And that wasn't even going as fast as it is now. And it moved a lot of air. I'll be honest, it definitely kicked out the air a lot faster. It probably wasn't a high volume of air, but it was a super high velocity of air because of the RPMs this thing can achieve. So if you want to make yourself a box fan that is impossible to sleep with, just grab yourself a 1.1 amp motor and toss it inside of a 3733 And there you go. You have a box fan that flies to the moon at 12,000 RPM. That's crazy. Imagine giving this to a family member or a friend, and they think it's just a regular 3733, and then they turn it off, and they think it's been pumped with steroids. That's crazy. It's like sticking a V12 inside of here. But yeah, thank you for watching. All right, so I took the rear grill off. I wanted to see if I can get a startup sound, because it sounds like it has a little bit of a startup sound. And it seems to go faster with the rear grill off too. Pretty interesting. Let's see if I can capture it. Not really. It spins up too fast. And it's actually quite dangerous because I'm putting my phone right by the motor. And this blade is spinning so fast, it probably would injure me pretty bad if I put my fingers in it. But yeah. Steroids, Lasko, box fan. I'm not quite sure how many people are still watching. I know it's probably not a lot though. But I did want to compare the previous motor that I put in here to the 1.1 amp motor that I just took out of here. And I want to show you that there's a massive difference in the RPMs and how this fan is actually still usable. It's a lot slower. See, it's much slower. It's actually really nice. It's actually a beautiful low speed right there. And you probably have also noticed, but this one has a big range in the speeds. And that's because this motor can actually properly be loaded. I didn't say that right. This blade set is a proper fit for this motor. Even though it is still kind of fast, it's a proper fit and the motor's not underloaded. The reason why the other fan had a small range in the speeds is because the motor was underloaded. The blade was way too weak for the motor, and so the motor was not running efficiently. But this blade set is a proper fit for the motor. It's putting a good enough load on the motor. And this also allows the fan to be more usable because low will be nice and slow, medium will be a nice balance in the middle, and then high will be nice, powerful, fast like it should be. And not only that, but the fan was just tipping over way too much. Even on low speed, the fan wanted to tip over because it was spinning too fast. So it may not move as much air, or at least the air is not moving as fast as it was before, but I can deal with that. This fan is so much quieter. It's not shaking or vibrating or trying to fall over as much because it's spinning a lot slower, and it's also much easier to sleep with. So I can actually sleep with this fan on low. It's got a nice low speed to it, and it's got a nice powerful high speed. So this fan definitely now is more efficient, runs better, more usable, more balanced, I'll say. So yeah, thank you for watching if you still made it this far.